Good evening, family. Welcome, JT, better than ever. See the topic? Why we let status get in the way to get to know each other. We get these announcements of the way. First day foremost. Oh, excuse me, family. Pardon me about that. Excuse me. Trying to get that for the last hour and a half. Finally got out. Welcome tonight, JT better than ever. Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. See the title. Right? Let me get these announcements out the way. Wait for some more people. Get in. And it's going to be panel participation. So watch out for that. So anybody that want to join the panel, put your email in the chat. Could be man or woman. Doesn't make a difference. I would like to see some women get on it too. Very much appreciated. Yours truly, Jerry Thomas. That is my Facebook page. My Facebook group, all in caps. JT MVP, thinking for ourselves. Also, I had a Twitter account, all in caps, at JT Blackman44. Instagram account, lower caps. The Underrated Darkness. I'm in this business venture with my brother, Ernest Jones. Is AnsOldToys.com. We are social media again. AnsOldToys.com. Small black business. Support us. Wherever you purchase, you will get 10% off. Wherever you purchase, you will get 10% off when you use my code MVP. It's all about economic development in our community. It's all about that. So check us out right there. Very much appreciated. I'll be doing a live stream in November on the midterm elections of our perspective. Midterm elections in our perspective. So that night, family, let's find out throughout of this USA and our communities what's going on, so we will know what to do in our community. Like I always say, before we form our own community, our own system, we have to get whatever we can from this system and at the same time build. So when the time we leave this system, we will have our own, we will have everything we want. So remember that, right? We're gonna wait for some more people. Let me shout out some people. Life Machine Power. My brother Sonny, Boxing Talk. Welcome, Quita, as always. Thank you, my sister AB, as always. And well, family, everybody in the darkest fan. What's up? Lower end profit. Good evening. What's up? We're gonna wait for some more people. I'm gonna be talking. I said about a good 15, 25 minutes. Then after that, I'm gonna pull. Then I'm gonna start. Start the panel up. So we're gonna wait for some more people to come in. I hope everybody's doing all right and everything. I would very much appreciate it. You get here, mean a lot. And we gonna get into this, family. I've been on this for a minute. So, oh yeah, family. This gonna be on and popping. And but on a serious note, we need to definitely need to. Oh, my sister Nerlin, welcome. Thanks for coming. Very much appreciate. Salute to you. As always, my sister. We're gonna get into this. Oh yeah, we're gonna get into this. Oh, tomorrow, as you already know, I forgot to announce this. Tomorrow, I always do my cooking like early Sunday night. And also I always have always fellowship with the brothers and sisters. So that that's my thing, trying to keep the family together, the fellowship. With the black men and black women. If you have kids, do that. So that's my thing, giving back and everything. I want you to join that with me tomorrow, and I might do a live late morning, early afternoon. I don't know yet. Working on some things, but definitely early tomorrow night. Watch out for that. But most likely, if it depends how I feel. I might squeeze another one. I might give you a new one. I might give you a new one. Late morning, early afternoon, or maybe mid morning. Never know how the darkness feel. But we're gonna wait for some more people to get in. Again, why we let status get in the way of being to get to know each other. It don't have to be just our people. It could be throughout humanity. And so, Charlotte Holmes, what's going on, brother? Welcome back. Thanks for coming, family. Thanks for coming. I'm just waiting a little more people come in, and we gonna get this day cracking. All right, and I hope everybody doing all right. Hope everybody doing all right. I know where I'm at in Virginia, it's raining. Bay Boy 75 Sports TV. What's going on? Oh, I forgot to mention this. I'm sorry. Subscribe and like to my channel. The Underrated Darkness. Hit the bell wherever I come with the powerful live stream and powerful live stream of video. Like I said, share this. Also, check out my past video and live streams in the past. Let's get them likes and the views up on those. That'd be very much appreciated. Oh, also one thing I forgot. The Underrated Sports Show is every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time with my brother She Stay Sleep TV on this channel. Let me repeat that again. The Underrated Sports Show is on this channel every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay? So check us out with my brother and co-host She Stay Sleep. We got some good coming up. So check us out on Monday and stuff. Yeah, well, AB, I've been living in Virginia for 6 years. I'm originally from New York, so but we have a Roddy Chica. What's going on? 59. What's going on, sis? Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Because I don't want to miss nobody when I read it, because like I said, so wait for some more people to come in. Thanks for coming. Very much appreciated. But this is gonna be an important stream tonight. Important stream. Oh yeah. Also check out She Stay Sleep. Did a powerful live stream from before. Hey, Andrew Sitch Autonomy TV. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Wait for a few more people, because I don't want nobody to really miss it. I'm probably waiting for like maybe 5 to 7 or 10 more minutes. Then we're going to get this cracking. Like I said before, the one just came in. I'm going to be doing my thing. And then maybe in a few minutes later, I said about 15, 20 minutes, I'm going to have people to come on the panel, and we're going to go more deep in this. It's very important. And it's very important that we need to talk about it. She Stay Sleep TV. Welcome, my brother. Check out his live stream. She Stay Sleep TV. Do me a favor right now. Put down the title. Put down the title of the stream that you did before, so people could check it out for me, please. Very much appreciate. I want y'all to check it out. And also, it's going to be a possible part 2 when he do that. All right. So check that out. It's very powerful. So I believe the part 2, he gonna have panel participation, just as tonight in a few minutes. Wherever I finish, I'm gonna have panel participation. Man or woman could join us. Doesn't make a difference. All right. I think I got enough people here. Here we go. I'm gonna read the definition of status: the relative, social, professional, or other standing, or someone or sometime. improvement of status, a woman, or synonym, standing, rank, ranking, position, social position, level, place, estimate, devastation, status of woman. Okay. Let me read this. All right, two, the position of affairs of particular time, especially in the political commonwealth. You know, we were right, you know, like that. But now, family, I want y'all to look at this. And yet, you know, I gave y'all the definition. Let me see if there are other definitions in it, because sometimes, you know, I think there's one more. Let me read that. Then I'm gonna keep it. Then I'm gonna So now, no, that's not what I need. Okay. Okay, position or rank relative others, stats of further be relative. Want to get this off. Further relative rank in a possibly prestigious, especially high prestige, the condition of person or thing in the eye of law, state or condition, respect of circumstances, stats of negotiations. Okay, now this is I want to get into it. It had not just to be about our people, but it could be about our humanity and stuff. But this is the thing, family. There's nothing wrong to have high stats within yourself if you're willing to act on it. It's all about character, being the circumstances, be wherever you could be. But also, when you have self-status within yourself, you stop in the growth of get to know other people to help you to be substantial of growing. Let me explain that, because in life, sometimes we could just keep on growing. We could stack knowledge. We could know we know. And sometimes we get to that certain degree. That means that we get that certain degree, of certain people that we know, or the certain knowledge that we know, there's a constant stop. And the more constructively that we grow in, the bigger our status of ourselves that we become to be. And sometimes when we have that, we stop within ourselves to share it to others. We want to stop within ourselves to be a certain amount of people that we want to be around, instead of understand that the more we know, and the better opportunities that we put in within ourselves, our status will grow up. So now we know ourselves as a status of our self-status within ourselves. That means we could be very comfortable to broaden our status of other people that we don't know. But at the same time, we definitely know from right or wrong of these people. But we see what good in them, and then we get to know. So we've had like the broader people of our group, or broader people of our lives. See, let me say this. And everybody here and people outside, there's nothing wrong being with a certain clique. Nothing wrong with that. If that helps you build up, that helps you, no problem. But the problem is, now I'm talking about our people now. Sometimes we could be so stagnant of a certain status that we in, of the same people that we in, it gets stale. It gets very stale because there is no constant growing of our status. There is nothing to strive for. There's nothing to create your status of your life, of your inter status, you know? Don't worry about J Dog. Don't worry about it. But what we have to do of our status, we have to know ourselves. You hear what I'm saying? We have to know ourselves, and we have to know and grow within ourselves. Said position of ranking. So what ranking where we at right now? Are we a certain ranking of the same rank of the same people that we in for years, or we were to up our ranking of our status to reach out to our people? Now I'm talking about us as a people, as melanin people. And also it goes for throughout the world, humanity. There you go. Humanity. Look, all right, I give you a case in point. Orange Crush 45 Trump. All right. Now you see how he works. You see how he works everything. You see what status that he in. Instead of to accept of this crisis that we in. I'm talking about I'm talking about home security crisis in this country. He rather be with the traitor Putin of Russia because that's all he want to know. He don't want to be to deal with what's going on outside. So that means he want to be in this self status. He don't want to grow because he thinks of himself. See, sometimes, what up, Cap P? What up, Cap? Cap PY2. Cap PY2. That's my brother right there. But my brother Rob, good, welcome, family. But if you see how he works, he wanted to keep the same group around him because they want to yes men. But even though that they know his status, they are afraid to challenge him because he don't want to grow up his status. He don't want to up his ranking. Orange Crush 45, he cool with his ranking. He cool with his circumstances. So when we is cool in our own circumstances for a long time, we not expanding our status. We not expanding our circumstances. We don't want to share our standards or status to certain ones that they really need. And again, there's nothing wrong to have self-constructed standards to better ourselves. I'm not talking about that. There's nothing wrong with that because we have to do that first. But at the same time, fam, we have to come within our life. We have to come of this certain level. I want my status to grow because I'm self-sufficient within myself to push that. That's what I do for myself. And I urge that the family could do the same thing too. So I always push higher status for myself. And when I do that, when I'm sure of myself, of my imperfection, I could push it to others. That what sees fit. Just like it says, high prestige. So high prestige, that means I'm gonna have high prestige for myself and the others that I handpick, because we gotta handpick people that's gonna be on the same status of us, but at the same time, that is willing to grow. And that is very important. All right, get back to my story. Just like sometimes on YouTube, y'all know some channels that be around certain people for 2 or 3 years. And I'm not saying nothing wrong or something good, but that the question that we need to ask for them: are you willing to grow? Are you willing to be around the next group of people that is going to be that's going to be on that same level, but at the same time is willing to grow the status that we want to be in. Because we got to stop being stagnant. Like again, we got to stop being stagnant within our status and the people. It's nothing wrong to involve. I give you case in point. She Stays Sleep is one of the few people that I get along on YouTube. When I met this brother, he didn't know me. I didn't know them. I didn't know him. But what happened was we found out that we have quite a few things that we had in common. But I didn't see him. Oh, I ain't gonna be with him because he's like this. Oh, I don't want to be around JT. He don't want to be like that. He has set me as a person. Set me as a person. See, that's the thing about status too. Are you gonna respect that person's status? That's what I came up part of being a status. Do you respect each other's existence? That's me. I came up with that. That's part of status. So that's why I combine resistance with status. What are your status in your life? What are priorities in your life? And it goes for me too, the underrated one. Because I ask that every day. Wherever I slip, I say, hold on, my priority is really off here. I gotta get this going because I want my self-status to grow. So when the time that passes my status to others that need to see fit, I'll be ready to do that. And I would send out the link to the people who get on the panel in a few minutes because I'm on the road here. I want people to get this. Because see, once upon a time, the underrated darkness, I had low status of myself. So when I had low status of myself, people could come after me and all I have to do is defend of my existence, rightfully so. But I had to take a step back. I had to have a high status of myself that I was before. Self-status, you got to have for yourself. You got to treat yourself. Self-status, you have to have for yourself before you ever think about passing to others. And that's all about when you have high status, that means you have high priorities for yourself. You position yourself some room to grow. When you have higher standards for yourself, you gain opportunities that you never think you could have. When you have lower status, that means that is empty opportunities, that is phantom opportunities that you will never ever have. Let me repeat myself. When you have higher status, you would gain higher opportunity, higher constructive opportunity. When you have lower status, that's no opportunity, zero opportunities, empty opportunities, and phantom, nothing. Latanya Jones, family, thanks for coming, my sister. Very much appreciate. So, what we have to do, family, and that's why sometimes our family is not together right now because we don't hold each other of high standard of each other, especially of ourselves. We are letting this oppressed system call the shots of our status. Let me repeat that again. I'm going to say it a different way. We letting this oppressed system telling us how our status is. Instead, take a look at it and said, nah, I want to have higher standards. I want to better myself within the oppressed system. So I could be part of this other system, so us as a people we could prosper. So that means that we have to up our status. Sonny Tour Boxing, welcome. Roddy Chica, thank you. Wait for coming. So that's why our kids is going crazy. There's a story. I mean, I seen this on YouTube a few days ago. Do you know throughout the United States of America, they actually they're pushing this homosexual. And you know they actually having drag queens reading to our kids. Well, I mean the kids of humanity. I put that kids in humanity. Yeah. So that means they don't give a damn about the status of our kids, of the kids in turn. I'm talking about kids. Period. Because having status, that means we gotta have morals with it. Like I said, why we let status get in the way of being to get to know each other. And when I'm saying that, because the ones that we really need to get to know, we don't want to get to know. So that means we got to check our own status. We got to check our own people. See, I don't care how many books you read. I don't care how many cars you have. I don't care how many influential people that you know. But the thing is they letting their status spread out the ones that are hungry to be better. They are hungry. They are hungry people. I'm talking about mental. They are hungry to strive their status to be better. Are they willing to spread it out? And to our people, the sad thing about it is no. Fuck it. If I have $10,000 and I have $10,000 for 10 damn years, or maybe give and take a year. I put a year. I want to flip that. That's the better my status. And at the same time, oh, body snatching, kickbox, boxing the NBA. What's going on? Welcome, my brother. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming. Very much appreciated. I'm going to flip that 100 million. That help my status, and also it will help others because the others, they want to grow too. I want my status to be up too. I want my prestige to go up too. Thank you. Thank you, the body snatcher boxer MMA. Come back. You're welcome. I want you to come back. But and that's what it's all about. I don't want to be with stagnant people for a few years if I'm not growing, if my status is not growing, of myself, of other be around people, or patting yourself in the back. Oh, your status is good. Don't worry about it. But there's others in the corner right here that are willing to seek that knowledge, but you don't want to give it to them because you want to hold all along. This certain few groups want to hold this status to themselves. Fuck it, I don't need to be around them. They not on my level. How the fuck you don't know if you don't reach yourself? So that means that you got low status of yourself. You stingy, egotistical, will get in the way of broadening your standards. And when you develop this self-status within yourself, you're mastering what constructed inside you. You master your morals and convictions, and your status started to grow. You see things clearly now. Your mindset is clear. Like I always say, when your mind is clear, your lens is clear. Your status is growing. See, family, once upon a time, I had to start over. I'm talking about my channel. So that means I had lower standards within myself. Something is my fault. But I had to start over again. Now I'm at 501 or 500 subs that I will gonna celebrate in a few days. Because I took the time to value myself, value my status, what my status in the future that I want to be. Do I want to be in this low stamina rut status, or do I want the higher status to push myself so people could see the best what I could be? And by my raise my status alone from November to right now, I gained over 200 subs. I didn't know that. I look at the, I was like, what? Because you know why? Because I open my status up because I'm very true to myself. And look what happened. Like throughout some of the channels, I had become modded because people knew my status. I put myself out there. People know the true, the underrated darkness, what it is. Because I'm very clear of my status. I'm very clear of my prestige. I'm very clear of the position that I'm in my life. I know my existence has always been strong. I just take it to another notch, and I get ready to take it to another notch. And the ones who always been supporting me, even the ones I know, even the ones I don't know, you're coming with me. Now I'm talking about the broader status. Are we willing to broaden our status for the goodness of our people? No matter what position that they in. We have to do a better job to know what status of our life are we in, and at the same time, when we approve it, are we willing to give, are we willing to share with the voiceless ones? Now, I did a live stream about the voiceless ones. I want y'all to check out too. I want y'all to check that out because go hand in hand. Family, the only way. And I'm gonna start like getting people in. I'm gonna start sending people in and everything. So anybody want to join the panel, let me know. I don't have, you know, very much appreciated. But it's very important, family. We got to be very true to our own self-status and which ones we're going to reach out. We cannot just reach out the ones that we already know. There's out there hidden jewels in our community. We have to take chances. If they no good, that's no problem. We go to the next one. We just cannot to be stagnant. We just cannot um do that. And at the same time, our family is not growing either. We not giving our kids the right way to learn about status within themselves either. So they suffer too. We have to understand that. And we suffering, people. We suffering. We better get our status up if we're going to mobilize as a people. We better get our status up to understand what's going on in this world, because we have low standards in this world because we refuse to grow. We refuse to understand what's going on. So we better get our status up, people. This is not time. Oh, I don't want to get to know, because you're going to be lost. There's nothing wrong to expand your mind of status. Nothing wrong with that, family. There's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong, family. So, anybody want to join the chat? Join the panel. Be just drop your email, and I will hook you up. What's going on, my brother? She stay sleep. Welcome to the panel.
Peace, peace. What's going on?
I'm good.
Peace. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you, bro.
Indeed. Would you mind if I speak first? Because I'm not going to be able to stay too long.
Okay, go ahead.
Word, indeed. I appreciate it, man. Much appreciated. But first, I'd like to give high honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the illustrious prophet of the Moorish Science Temple of America. I'd like to give honors to the Harbinger, Marcus Muzai Gavi. And I'd like to give honors to you, everybody in the panel, everybody in the chat.
Thank you.
So, no doubt, no doubt. So, real quick, because like I said, I can't stay too long because I had something come up last minute. I'm actually on the road now, about to park. So, before I proceed, what exactly do you mean when you say status? Like, what is your definition of status?
My definition of status is know yourself, know the priorities, what you want to get into, and at the same time help others that needs to be helped.
Indeed, indeed. Well, just to give everybody a little background about myself, um, I am a Moorish American. Uh, I love my people. I I have no problems with reaching out and trying to help out people outside of the Moorish Science Temple of America. But I am a Moorish American. Now we do have a lot of different groups out there. Honest to every single different group that's in the chat. We might have some Hebrew Israelites. We might have some other groups out there. The comments that I'm going to make is based off of a Moorish American's perspective and based off of my perspective because I am one and the same. So for me, when I look at status And I don't want to say this to offend anyone. Again, this particular measure that I'm giving right now is off of a more American standpoint. Like, I learned that the term that we call ourselves black, we've been called a few different names. These names was given to us by slaveholders in 1779 and lasted until 1865 during the time of slavery. We were given the names of black, Negro, coloreds, Ethiopian, all these different names. And when we look at the conditions of our people, the European has done for lack of a better term, a marvelous job on snatching us from our nationality and snatching us from our birthright and our divine creed. And as a result of that, we have lost as a people the ability to move as a nation does. So for me, going through the different stages of my life, I came across the Moorish Science Temple of America. I learned many different things that for me, everything just seemed to click. Like all the certain answers that I had, for me it clicked. And I was able to understand that the term black, you know, is an adjective. And ones have to be a person, place, or a thing. So when you look at your nationality determines your political status. That's one of the things that nationality does. And when we call ourselves black, um, keep in mind that we're calling ourselves names that we never called ourselves. If you have on a black watch or a black hat, you know that hat doesn't match our skin. So when we look at ourselves here in this country of the United States of America, we one of the only countries that look at color as a nationality. Color is not a nationality. It's not a race. That's just something that we picked on from them. White is not even a nationality. They call themselves white. So with that being said, I'm not coming with the spirit of trying to debate anyone because the Moorish Science Temple of America seems right within itself for me. Like I'm not one. I'm in a place in my life. I'm not one to want to do a whole lot of talking. You know what I'm saying? Like to talk much is foolishness and folly. It's good to have discussions because there are a lot of brothers out there, and honest to those brothers who have the, what I'm saying, that have the teaching spirit. But at this stage right now, as a people, um, we need to start developing plans, and we need to start operating in those plans and get with like-minded people. But one problem that I see is if one is really going to move, you have to get together with some like-minded people. You have to establish certain laws, certain ways to that ones conduct each other. Well, you have conduct. Well, how we treat each other. For instance, I'm sure that the Hebrew Israelites, they have certain laws, they have certain rules. They have, when they greet each other a certain way. They don't talk to each other a certain way. They don't backbite again. They're not supposed to. Moors are the same way. But when we look at our people as a whole, we've lost the ability to move as a nation does. That's why, like, you can go to different cities, like let's say Philly. You know what I mean? Like, or Washington D.C. Like, they got a whole Chinatown, yo, a whole Chinatown. Like, we don't have nothing. So, like, for me, to talk much is foolishness and folly. Is foolishness and folly. Like, I'm all about work now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm all about And then the last stream that I had with you, what I'm saying, I put out my information for ones that want to contact me, for ones that want to learn, who don't know how to get into certain business, or like I said, I'm looking to invest in business. I'm putting myself in a position of power, and that's me doing my part for my people. So like I'm not, although I am a Moorish American, I'm not like I still love my people. I still want to do my part to help humanity grow. I just happen to be in a particular group to where I feel like if more people were to uh, 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 join, they have the perfect blueprint. So what I've done for me personally, I took the blueprint and put it within myself personally, and I'm sharing it with whoever wants to learn, whoever wants to be attached to it. So like anybody in the chat, anybody in the panel that want to get with me, they got some business ventures, they serious. You know what I mean? You got your house in order. You know what I mean? Hit me up. If you don't have your house in order, you need some advice or whatever, hit me up. But status, I mean, from a Moorish American standpoint, status is very important because your status is important when you're looking at law. For example, the statement is true that you are without a shadow of a doubt or contradiction what your forefathers were. So the example that I would give, um, on my grandmother's birth certificate, it says for race, it says Negro. My birth certificate says black. The point that I'm making is these are the names that these people, the Caucasians or the Europeans, they gave to us. They switched the laws around from like, what I mean, there's no physical slaves anymore, but they enslaved us in a totally different way. So that's my measure as far as the more science simple of America is concerned. But for me personally, uh, 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 I extend my help and my advice and my friendship to anyone who wants it. With that, I say peace, brother. Underrated darkness. I think you have my information.
Yeah.
If there's anyone else who wants my information, please ask the brother underrated darkness, and you know what I mean. We'll link that
Hmm.
way. You know what I mean. So
I got you.
I hate to say that and run because I know somebody want to kind of chime in, but I'm in a rush situation right now. But maybe
Okay.
whoever wanted to rebuttal or have something to say, maybe we can meet again and chop it up.
All right, but it's always a blessing you come on, brother. Your presence always been felt.
Much
I
gratitude.
appreciate it.
Peace and love to everyone in the chat. Peace and love to everyone in the panel.
All right, peace, brother. Be safe.
Peace. Thanks.
All right, all right. She stay asleep.
Peace, peace. Shout out to the brother Sonny Boxing Talk. Um, I appreciate that. It's always good to hear certain things in a different perspective. Um, my whole, my whole thing as far as status is concerned is we just need to focus more on us raising our status as a people instead of us raising our status just as individuals,
Mm-hmm.
because the whole individualism concept, it's not going to work. You know, that concept of, oh, I got mine and you better get yours type of shit, that never was good for our people.
Right.
That's not going to work for us as a collective. All of us have a job to do for ourselves as individuals, but you do that to help out the group. You don't do that just to say, oh, look what I have. You know, you don't, you don't go to school and, attain higher levels of education just to come back and say, I got a degree. You do that to come back to help your community. That's the purpose of it.
Mhm.
So when I think of status, that's what I think about. And I think we need to focus on our status as a group, not as an individual, because we'll never win as individuals. Because at the end of the day, if you're black or if you don't consider yourself black, at the end of the day, if you got a social security number and some way, somehow you can be found in this system, you will be considered a nigga, whether you consider yourself a nigga or not. Because guess what? We didn't label ourselves what they call us. They labeled us that. So and at the end of the day, that shit is ingrained in the system. So you could call yourself whatever you want. But what's documented, the paperwork that these people have, the people that gave you a birth certificate, the people like the hospital you was born in, you are considered a nigga. So that's why we'll never win as individuals. Because at the end of the day, we're always going to be seen as niggas. So you can be, you know, the best one nigga you could be, but it's just you. So you'll never be able to get but so far anyway. But if we was to understand that status deals with us as a collective and not just as individuals, because that's how other nationalities get the things that they get because they operate as a group. We like to complain about Asians. We like to complain about all these other groups, but these groups are unified just on the pretense of we're Asian. So yeah, Chinese people don't like Japanese people. Japanese people don't like Koreans, but they're all Asian. So we're going to do our infighting in the house. We're going to keep it in between us. But to the world, we're all Asians and we need this for Asian people. So we're going to all be on one accord when it comes to that. And that's our problem. We don't operate like that. We operate as rugged individuals. And we're going to continue to lose like that. So that's that's my spill on that.
Okay. Brother Rob, welcome, good brother. Educating our community.
Hey, welcome, good brother. Man, I appreciate you allowing me to be on tonight. And now that the definition is clear, you know what I mean, of what you were saying earlier. I agree with DS1 on this one, in terms of status. Um, but just to put a spin on it, right? Um, we have to look at it, if well, not you have to, if you choose to learn whatever you want to learn. But if you choose to look at it from a psychological point of view, right? When you said status, I'm thinking that you was gonna be talking about things. See, and this is something that I try to teach my students, right? Status cannot be gained by the acquiring of things to try to up your status in society. Like for example, you're going by a BMW. You know, you can't buy a BMW to up your status. All you really did was up your debt. You know what I'm saying? You ain't really up your status, you upped your debt, you know? So you buy $300 belts, you know. stuff like that. I mean, it's ridiculous how frivolous we are with our money. And aggregation, I keep pushing that. That is the key. We have to pull our money together, have some best practices. It don't matter what you think you are. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, with you, brother. If you believe that you a Christian or Muslim or you a 5%er or you a Moor or you a Hebrew Israelite, I'm not concerned with that. My problem with that is when you try to uh use your ideology as a way to try to get everybody to come to your way of thinking. We got to come to you. We just don't know. You know what I'm saying? That be killing me. You know what I'm saying? Like you've reached some status of intellectuosity. You know what I mean? Because you came across some information. People don't have any idea how much I study, right? And they don't really know me, you know what I'm saying, to know about like, how I get down or whatever. And I'm humble about it. But I be in chat rooms and I say I disagree. And then here goes somebody, you know what I'm saying? I know that they giving bad information. I used to be a personal banker. I know they giving bad information and they telling me I just have to study. I'll be like, man, I'll be like, man, you know what I mean? Like, uh, sometimes people, we had this false sense of self. um, sometimes people would look at what DS1 said as disempowering, like, no matter what, society is gonna look at us as niggas, right? It don't matter when the police pull up on you, they don't care if you aboriginal. They don't care if they think you indigenous. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. They don't care. If you make a wrong move, they will blow your head off. That's been proven. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that is the reality in which we operate. So it is in our best interest to start working together. It's in our best interest to be unified. And I mean, not only is it something that makes sense, it's something that's natural. You know what I mean? It's something that's natural. So we just have to learn to love ourselves a little deeper. You know what I'm saying? Learn our story. If you don't know your story, you can't know your glory. You know? And that's my take on it.
Well, I said for me that status can stretch out of many things. I know for me that of what I'm doing, right, the status part of it is make sure my priorities are straight. When my priorities are straight within me, I know, and then I be very comfortable to share with others. Just as tonight, I've been thinking about doing a live show status going on matter of fact over a year. It's just that at that time I was not ready for it because it was that I wasn't sure myself because I was, but there's certain things that I gotta work within myself, and at the same time I have to see what things going around and stuff like that. And like I always say, that sometimes that why sometimes us as a people that we do not mobilize together because sometimes we get stuck on this certain level of statuses just to understand that we have to grow from it. Just as I learned, just like I learned from the people in the chat tonight, and I learned from your brothers tonight. That means that I'm willing to put myself in the opportunity of growing my status, so I could be very clarified within what I'm doing right now. And then I have the obligation to pass it on to others in the near future. That is part of my status. That is part of my existence. That is part of me that I want to put myself in, because being to grow within your status, family, you have to be willing to put yourself in that opportunity so it can manifest. And that is another point that we have to understand have status too. We just cannot think that this certain status that I'm talking about, that we all talking about in different ways, that's gonna come to us. We gotta put, like for me, I'm talking for me now. I gotta put myself in that situation. I got to put myself in that opportunity. And so when that opportunity pops up, I have to seize that. Because when I seize that, that means my morals intact. My morals and convictions intact. That means my priorities intact. And that all in the capsule, my status is sound found. And that is an important thing that we have to understand. But when we're in that capsule, make sure that as capsule, we can still put more things to grow. So if it pop off, it's okay. Long as it's growing, but long as we still be in that capsule of constructive growing of our status. And brothers, y'all could chime in wherever you want.
Yeah, just to piggyback off of you, it was if you notice, I don't put up a whole lot of live streams, and it's because I want to focus on making sure that when I put it out here, like, I know what I'm talking about. I done studied it, I done looked at it, and so civil discourse, that's gonna be the title of my next live or whatever. What I'm hoping to do is, no matter what your belief system is, no matter what your ideology is, the creator made you what you are out the womb. You choose those ideologies. You choose that. You choose to be a Christian. You choose to be a Muslim. You choose those things. But the creator made you what you are, an African. And so you play on the team. The team was chosen for you. You know what I'm saying? By your mother and father. You play on the team. You know what I mean? And it's a book, that I would suggest. I feel like it's good reading. It's called Tribes. It's written by a Jewish guy. His name is Joel Kotlin. Uh, last name is spelled Kotlin, and the book is called Tribes. And he talks about how Asians move together, how Arabs move together in business. See, like when you go into Chinatown, you might think everybody in there Chinese. They not. It's some Japanese businesses in Chinatown. It's some Korean businesses in Chinatown. There's some Filipino businesses in Chinatown. These people move together because they Asian. You know what I mean? I just have the I would guess I say I'm lucky because I live here in Chicago. We're a very polarized city. You know what I'm saying? On one part, you in the black part of town, and you in the black part of town. Then you go into Chinatown. Then you go into Greek town. Then it's a Russian town. You know what I'm saying? It is a Korean town, but what I'm saying is Asians move together. Arabs move together. Serbs, they move together. You know what I mean? The Mexicans, they move together. The Latinos here in Chicago, man, they got a very powerful political agenda that's getting addressed. And you see it because they got the money from the politicians that's funneling the resources to the people for them to be able to grow as a community. You know what I'm saying? And now they're respected. They have status. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? So we play on a team, brother. That's all I'm saying. And we just got to look at it like that.
That's cool. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Go, Stacey.
Totally agree. Totally agree, man. And if we start, as a collective, starting to just look at the basics, because, a lot of times with us as black folk, man, we get caught up in the details. Let's focus on the premise. Let's unite under one premise. We'll deal with the details later. Because see, when we focus on the details, that's what gives us an excuse to stay separated. Oh, I can't rock with him because he go to church. Oh, I can't rock with him because he's an Israelite. I can't rock with him because he's a Moor, and I don't believe in that. See, all of those things are vices to keep us separated. We need to unite under the premise that we are all labeled one thing. Period. If we unite under that one premise and sort out the bullshit later, like the little things that keep us, the little differences we have, like religion and what we think we are as far as ideology and all that type of stuff, we could deal with that shit later.
Right.
We could deal with that later. But if we focus on that as the premise, we'll never unite. Because it'll always be a reason to have infighting. And that's what you see going on between us. Is always some form of infighting. Because we don't agree on some little bullshit that don't really matter. But the other groups who have status, we don't see them arguing about that. You don't see Chinese and Japanese people arguing about their gods and who was first and what we were called first. They not arguing about that shit. That's why they have status in the US. This is why they have status in our cities that we mostly populate. There's a Chinese restaurant on every goddamn corner, just like there's an Arab store. Why do you think that's so? Why do you think that's so? They fight, they argue, but they don't let that get in the way of progress. And that's what we need to stop doing. So we need to focus on the basics first. We all black. We all considered African American, whether you consider yourself that or not. All of us is one. So if we could unite under that premise, then we could start making moves. And then once we start doing things constructive, then you could focus on your religion. You see? Because you got Chinese and Japanese Muslims. You got Chinese and Japanese Christians. But you don't see them arguing in Chinatown. Oh, Jesus is fake. His name is Musa. You don't see that. But you know what you see? You know what you see? When you go to a Chinese restaurant that believe in Islam, you will see that when you go in their restaurant. You'll see that. You'll see they say, we don't serve pork. You will see that. You see? So let's start with the basics, man. We could sort out the BS later, man. Because we letting that override what we really need to be focused on.
I got you. Okay. Well, on the body snatcher, I send the link out a few times. See what's up. And that's my thing. Status could be wherever we want. It could be personal, it could be human, it could be whatever. But I developed this because we have to have better status within ourselves and through our people. It has to be a certain order of being in status. And we have to understand that it's going to take work to constantly grow. It's going to take work of our self-status to bring people along that is willing to put in the time to better their life, to better their status in life, to better themselves, or etc. It has to come from us and throughout humanity. So I'm gonna read some comments, then I'm gonna read the chat, and then I'm gonna close it out. So let me hit that. And everything. I want to thank everybody to come. Very much appreciated. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read. What I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna read things out, and then I'm gonna read the comments. Like Machine, glad you come. Sonny, Boxing Talk, thanks for joining the panel. Very much appreciated. Your presence has been felt. Marquita, thank you so much for constantly coming. Thank you, my sister. Lowland Property Family from LDBC, thanks for coming. Nerla, as always, my sister, thanks for your constant support and your devotion. Thanks for coming, my sis. Sheldon Holmes family, yay. As you already know, thanks for always coming and support. Welcome to the Darkness family, Bay Boys 75 Sports TV. I will be talking about boxing soon, so stay tuned for that. Nikki, everyone, thanks for coming. Hey, everyone, Darkness, thanks for coming. AB, thanks for coming. Roddy Chick, thanks for coming. At Entrances Got Tommy TV, thanks for coming. Roddy Chick, thanks for coming. I'm good, thank you. I get you. She stay sleeping a few. Matter of fact, let me read some because you put some is oh yeah. The live stream that She Stay Sleep did is the subliminal attack on the black woman. The subliminal attack on the black woman. He said he will do a part 2, and it's going to be panel participation, man or woman. Again, the name of it is subliminal attack on the black woman. That's part 1. He will do a part 2. We don't know yet, but I want you to participate in that because that is very important. And also, I want you to listen to that because that is very, very timeless information that he talked about. And it's like going hand in hand about status. But I want y'all to listen to that. Take time. Listen, that's very important. Well, I get to you, brother. Cap, PY2, thanks for coming. As always, brother. I'm glad you're doing okay and everything. No, I promise you. Okay. The Body Snatcher Boxing MMA. Thanks for sub to me. And I want y'all to sub to each other. And the ones who sub to each other in the chat. And the ones who not subbing to, the underrated doctors, please do so. Also sub to my brother, She Stay Sleep TV. And good brother Rob. Want you sub to them too. All right? Do that solid. Very much appreciate. Latanya Thomas, with Latanya Jones. Oh, as always, my sister, thanks for coming. I see, as always, thanks for coming, my sister. Very much appreciated. Unc Shug, thanks for coming. Thanks a lot, family. Very much appreciate. Annette B, thanks for coming. DJ Charm Music, support my brother. He just started. I think he started again of his live stream. He got some excellent beats. So check out for him. If you want some beat license, check the brother out. Please, it's DJ Charm, DJ Black Charm Music. DJ Black Charm Music. Black. Let's support Black. Part of our status. Let's step it up, family. Step it up. Mama Rika, thanks for coming. JT and DS1 Salute Wealth. Thanks for coming, my sister. As always, come back. Say no. Black in Japan, thanks for coming. Always show support, and most likely I will definitely get you on the panel wherever I do one. Matter of fact, I might do 2 tomorrow, but definitely one early Sunday afternoon. So watch out for that. Black in Japan. So I guess I got everybody. So, brothers, your last remarks. I'm closing this out.
Yes, sir. Just wanted to say, one more time, peace to everybody. Hey, I don't mean no harm in any statements I ever make, and if I happen to rub you the wrong way, I'm sure that if we was to just chop it up, I'd be able to tell you exactly what I meant. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a person to be out here trying to piss people off and all of that. But then at the same time, though, right? We have to try to find a way to work together. I'm not looking to find a way for us to be separated. I'm looking for a excuse for us to work together. I'm trying to find out what it is that we have in common first. You know what I'm saying? I look for the greatness in everybody, in our people. You know what I'm saying? And it's our people first. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Garveyite in that sense. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see anything wrong with it. So that's what I say to that. You know what I'm saying? In terms of status, I just feel like, man, if we love ourselves, man, our status will grow. You know what I mean? We gotta love ourselves. You gotta love ourselves, and how you love yourself, man. And that's how I try to make history relevant. You gotta learn your story, and when you learn your story, you won't be embarrassed about slavery or, what I'm saying, anything else that you can see in history that might, because you will have a better understanding of it. You'll be able to contextualize it, put yourself in their shoes. So with that, I'm signing off, man, and I appreciate you having me on, fam.
Anytime, anytime, my brother. She stay asleep. Anything you want to say? Hello?
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to you, man. Excellent show. Once again, everybody make sure y'all subscribe, show love. Um, you know, like I said, this was an excellent show. Shout out to my brothers that's on the panel. And make sure y'all take heed to what was said in the show, man, because it's very much important. And like I always say, man, let's master the fundamentals, man. Let's stop trying to do this big grandiose thing, man. Let's start from the basics. Let's master the fundamentals, and then we get a lot more done, man. So that's all I gotta say, bro. And peace and love to everybody.
All right. Thank you. And on that note, thanks for everybody. And like I said, possible I might do one in the morning, early afternoon. But if not, stay tuned for early tomorrow night. I might have I don't know. It might be a spectacular meal, but it's going to be some fellowship. So watch out for that. All right, you never know, but I'm definitely gonna do one. Early tomorrow night. But it might do one, but let's get our status up. All right, no matter what it is. And on that note, we ghost.